We are going to land this Cirrus Vision jet on Mount Everest. Cheers. Stella Unfiltered, because culture. Welcome back to Drunk Approach. Sorry it's been a while since I recorded a video. I actually moved house and then I had to unpack and then put everything into a study and find things and lose things, and there's boxes. Long and short of it, this had to take a slight backseat for a week or so. But we're back and I want to make it up to you for being away. Not that you really cared, probably, but I cared. I felt bad. So today we're going to do something that I really do think is impossible, and I'm very prepared for this video to end in a failure, but you've got to try these things sometimes. We are going to land this Cirrus Vision jet on Mount Everest. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the hell are you going to do that? I thought I'd pick this plane because I need a plane that can reach 30,000 feet. And this is the only plane that's small that can do that. Ideally, I'd do it in a Cessna, but it's actually just physically impossible. I have tried to get to that altitude before. It just won't have it. So I do think this is the only plane that can do it. Obviously, you could use like a really light, like Aerolite aircraft, but the flight to get to Everest from here at Lukla Airport would take bloody ages, and I just can't be bothered. We are at Lukla Airport. It's the closest airport to Mount Everest, and you can see the scenery is lovely. It's very, very tranquil, very idyllic, and incredible mountain ranges everywhere we look. I know what you're now thinking. How does one land on Mount Everest? It's pointy at the top. So I've been trying to work out how to land. There it is. There is Mount Everest. And it is pointy, but there's a bit here that is less steep than obviously here. And I think that if I can come in sort of from this direction and fly slowly enough and point the plane in the right direction, have the right pitch, I can land and slow down in time to make the peak. Even as I say that, it just sounds ridiculous. So we are going to try though. We are going to try. This is going to be probably the most difficult thing I've ever done. There are just so many things that can go wrong. And I've just looked it up. Everest is 29,030 feet tall. So we're going to do a really cool takeoff from this airport, this Lukla airport, one of the most dangerous airports in the world apparently. So taking off from it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to go brakes off, increase a bit of throttle. We're going to need at least half of the flaps out, I think, for this. And there's like a little slope here. It drops off. You can see there. So we're going to come down here and then accelerate. And hopefully have a smooth start to this flight. 80 knots. I'm going to just lift the nose. Nice. Landing gear in, flaps all in, and we're going to hang a right, and we're going to follow this valley that you're going to see in a minute. There you go. You see that valley? We're going to follow the valley, and that will take us roughly there. I've had a look at a map and worked out a vague route. This will be one of the prettiest flights I've ever done. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I did download this scenery from the XPlane.org website. I think I paid I think I had points in my account, so this was free, I think, but it ordinarily would be like a tenner. It is a really beautiful looking plane as well, isn't it? I absolutely love it. If I was a millionaire and also qualified as a pilot, this would be what I'd get. I could take the family out. It's so cool and it's quite safe. It's got a lot of safety mechanisms built into it apparently as well. So this would be my little escape for the weekend plane. And there it is. That is the formidable Mount Everest. And we're going to land kind of there. Maybe I'm going to need a lot of beer for this. Thank you as well to everyone who enjoyed my last video, the Cessna from space. If you want to watch it, it's the last one I uploaded. Maybe I can put a link somewhere for you to look at it, or maybe at the end of the video, I don't know. That was my most viewed video so far. I think it had over 6,000 views last time I checked. There are people on YouTube who are really good at this. I am not really good at this. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I just want to do fun things. So if that's what you're into, you're very welcome. I think these kind of weird bits here are glaciers, maybe? Okay, we're at 20,000 feet above sea level. We need to be at 30. So I'm just trying to think about how I find that kind of altitude. I need time and space to do it. I could pitch the nose up violently right now and try, but my speed's gonna really suffer. And I need the speed higher up. I can't be stalling. We're gonna hang a left and just try and get a bit more altitude in the meantime. Sorry that my yoke's a bit squeaky. Can you hear it? Do people grease their yokes? Should I do that? Seems a bit weird. If anyone would like to come round and grease up my yoke, you're more than welcome. I mean, I have to say, just while we're just cruising over here trying to get a bit more altitude, look at this. XPlane isn't really well known for its good scenery, but this is amazing. Yes, it's an add-on that I got, but I mean, they've done a really good job. So we're circling round. There's Everest. There it is. We just want to get as much altitude as possible before we start sort of our approach. Do you approach Mount Everest? You definitely crash into it. That's what I predict will happen. Should I use flaps on the landing? I guess. I should say as well, it's a great little plane, this Cirrus thing. It's really cool inside. You've got these leather seats and all these controls and gizmos. I might do a video on how to use it, set it up from cold and dark, if people might be interested in that. I feel like most people know how to fly this plane though. I mean, I thought it didn't look that pointy from looking at it earlier, but when you get closer to it, it's a pretty pointy mountain. It is pointed. There are, I'm told as well, some little figurines that they've modelled on top of the mountain. So if this goes well, we should see them. We should say hello. That would be nice. We'll try and not mow them down. But to be honest, if I've stuck a landing on Mount Everest, and if they're in the way, I mean, that's their fault, really. We're at 30,000 feet. Everest is 29,000 feet tall, which gives us 1,000 feet to descend onto the mountain. We'll slow down a bit more. And I guess put some flaps out. I think we're going far too fast. Speed brakes. I mean, there's no way I can do this. What am I thinking? Just kind of... 500. No. No. Will it ever stop? Oh, we're flying again. Are we flying? Kind of. This is disorientating. Yeah. Oh, that was a bad one. Oh, we're kind of slowing down. Oh, no. My God. Are we going to end up in this lake? Is that a lake coming up? No. Where the hell are we? We're in some sort of crevasse. Well, I think it could have gone worse. Well, no, actually, it couldn't have gone worse. That was the worst outcome, for sure. And exactly what I predicted. But we will try again. Okay, so attempt number 2. We're going to go from a slightly different angle this time, because that angle clearly was, well, terrible. I've also got half of my flaps out already, because the big issue with that last one, there were many, was that I was going far too fast. So this hopefully will be better. Landing gear down. There we go. That will shave a bit more speed off as well. Power's all the way off. Just for now. We're now going to dip slightly. This is better already. Still going pretty fast though. Okay, now climb, climb, climb. Ah! Yeah, I climbed too late. Okay. We go again. Okay, flaps are full as well. I'm going to do full flaps. Yeah, this is definitely the angle. Power is off. We're going to dip and then we're going to climb. I'm approaching from the same angle again, but I'm going to start lower. Start low and climb up the mountain. I'm going to fly up with the gradient. And then hopefully that'll mean a smoother touchdown onto the peak of Mount Everest. I don't know. I could do this a million times and never do it, but then someone else might have a crack at this and do it first time. It's just a bit of luck, a lot of skill, and I have no skill. I think I've come in too low here. I don't know about this, guys. No, I'm going to stall. I'm going to bail out. I'm going to bail out. Bailing, bailing, bailing. Let me bail. No. Too low, too slow. I'm just wondering if I, rather than going on this heading right now, I turn left a little bit. I'm just wondering, because if you look, that looks less steep than straight on. No flaps, because if I need to increase my speed, I want to be able to do that as fast as possible, and the flaps will slow me down. That's my working theory. 90 knots, slowing down a bit too much there, so I'm just going to increase some speed. I mean, when you get close to it, you just realise how impossible this is going to be. I'm stalling, I'm crashing, I'm losing my mind. Oh. Dip, lift, 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 lift. This has just basically been me crashing into a mountain continuously. It's not really what I wanted. I've been going here. On this side, there's no chance. There's no possible way of landing it there. No possible way there. Is there anywhere lower down? No. It just has to be that bit there. I really don't think it's possible. I mean, that's the big problem right now, is that am I just wasting my time? No. I don't think this is possible. Maybe I'll have another go one day, but I don't want to leave here without landing something on Everest. So I'm gonna see if I can land. Where's my light, my Aerolite? There it is. We want this. I'm gonna see if I can land this. Okay, full disclosure, I have started at a height. Oh my God, this thing is really light. I have started at a height. I haven't climbed to this altitude because I actually don't think this plane can make it to 30,000. So we're gonna just improvise here. But the difference with this one is obviously that it's lighter, and I'm going 30 knots right now and still able to maintain my altitude, which the Cirrus Vision jet cannot do. I think this is the only plane you could maybe land on Everest. What's all this smoke coming out of my... Why is the smoke starting from there? That is really annoying. If I turn the engine off, does it go? Yes, this is the view from the cockpit. So at 31,000 feet, it's painfully slow, this thing. I mean, this thing is absolutely mad. Look at it. I would never want to fly something like that. I'd absolutely shit myself. Got flashbacks from all the other crashes I've done on here today. Come on. No way. of landed that. Not a bad effort. I'm going to try again. Well, it's a nice view, isn't it? You know, even if I don't land it, this has been a pleasant experience. I'm running out of beer, though. The Stella Unfiltered, I'm not sure if I enjoy it as much as just a normal Stella. It's a bit less filtered. Oh, I just stalled. Just stalled. Oh, that was close. No, I've done it again. Oh. Stop. Brakes on. Is that landed? I've kind of landed. It's not quite there, is it? I mean, that's a shot in itself. But I want to be here. Okay. One more time. And then I'm done with this. Stop. I'm taking that, and I said before that go, last one. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to get better than that. Here they are. Look at them with the little flags, and they look a bit worse for wear. Yeah, I think that's frostbite. Yeah, the other guy's not looking in great nick either. It makes you wonder, is it worth it? I mean, I've basically done it, and I've not had to wear a jacket. If we're saying, did I land a plane on Everest? The answer is yes. And I think all you can call that, really, is a resounding success. Thank you so much for watching once again. I look forward to hearing all of your feedback. Most of it, I assume, will be negative. But I think I've proven a point, and I think it's a point that scientists around the world are wondering, can you land a plane on Everest? You can, but it's really, really hard. Have a good one. Bye-bye.